we did have in Chicago. Just a chance, you know, it's been 2 years since people have been able to attend our booths for trade shows. So we thought we'd go that route this month. You know, some people have never been to a trade show like this either. For that reason, we thought we'd show a little behind the scenes action of what happened at retailX. And I'm going to introduce here is Doug Twitchell, and with us is Hannah, as always, behind the scenes working her magic. Today you'll actually see her and Brook Morris in the video, so you get a chance to actually see Hannah this time. And then as always in the chat function, or I've already gotten some questions emailed to me ahead of time, but put any questions you might have in the chat function as we're going through, and we'll go from there. So I'll let Doug introduce what we're doing and run from there.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Alan. And hey, we're excited to bring some information to you about the retailX show today. And you know, a few years ago there were two trade shows. There was the Global Shop and there was Innovation Retail, and those two shows now have combined into this one show. Which is retailX, and retailX was held August 24th and 25th at the McCormick Place in Chicago. If you want a fun fact, go out and find out why Chicago is known as the Windy City. I'll give you a hint, has absolutely nothing to do with weather. So, you know, as retailX now has evolved from two separate shows, combining into one show to be relevant, the Global Shop and Innovation Retail, that information now is changing, and so it made sense to go to a new name for this show, being retailX. You know, there's focus on technology and a focus on the trends in retail now, and you'll see some of that in the video. But they're also putting an emphasis on the online retail and on the store experience, which is becoming more and more important by retailers to get you to come in, and a reason to come in, and to have a good experience once you are in there. So as you might expect, the attendance at the show was not stellar. The number of attendees, of course, wasn't what you would have seen at pre-COVID days. But what we did find was that the people in attendance were decision makers. They were there, they were very purposeful. They knew what they were there for. They knew what they wanted to see, and what they were there to bring home to their people that typically would attend the show, but just didn't bring an entourage with them this year. So, you know, knowing that Print United was canceled again for this year, we thought that it'd be nice to bring you the retailX show so that you could take a look at what was there, because a lot of us weren't able to attend. But Hannah, Brook, and Alan were there, worked our booth, talked to a lot of the people that showed up to there. As Alan said, any questions, go ahead and use that chat function, and we will answer all of those questions at the end of the video. So with that, Hannah, if you want to take us to Chicago.
All right, and welcome to the day before retailX 2021. As always, Chuck and Hannah have done an amazing job of getting the booth set up for us. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to take you on a quick little tour of what the convention looks like the day before, for those of you that have not been lucky enough to attend before. And let's go on a quick little tour. Thank you. And here we are as we take a look at other parts of the convention center that are not fully set up yet. Carpet is laid down and replaced after 3 days. Hello and welcome to another edition of 3A Composites Live Learning. My name is Alan Plunkett, and this month we come to you from one of my favorite places in the country, the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. This month we're here at retailX 2021 in the McCormick Place, one of the largest buildings in the world. We thought this month we'd come here and do a virtual trade show visit to the 3A Composites booth as well as all of retailX 2021 for those of you that can't be here for various reasons, COVID, Delta variant, or whatever it might be. So we thank you for joining us again this month. To those of you that use 3A Composites material, we can't thank you enough for your business. We appreciate so much being a part of your business and a partner with you. And hopefully you'll enjoy this virtual visit to retailX 2021. So in a couple minutes, we're going to go on inside, take a look at the booth. Brook Morris is going to present some of our new products to you, and we'll talk to some other people here. Thank you.
Okay. It's 100% recyclable and through standard channels. So if your customer's already recycling like cardboards, right? This goes right in there and then they recycle it with regular paper.
Okay, awesome.
Right? So there's not a whole lot of that on the market today. It's clay coated, and that's why you get graphics that actually.
So what product are you comparing this to? Like a
so there's other products out there. You might be familiar with a product called Convert. It's probably
yes, I know Convert. Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. The difference is credibility of this compared to that product, and it's all about the clay coated on the top.
Okay.
It makes the ink stay on top of it.
All right.
As opposed to becoming part of the paper.
Okay. So all print processes, print methods will work on this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And this is new.
Brand new.
Okay, cool. We're always looking for sustainable stuff.
So we have 4x8s and 5x10s and stuff.
Okay. All right. I don't want to take this home. What can I? Do you have
smaller,
anything that?
You know what? We'll scan your card, and we'll just send you.
I'll actually have you send it to our guys in procurement, but
Okay.
I'm in marketing, but so it's good to.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You can make
to
that
work
note.
with you guys on stock.
Is it the same address? Same.
Yes, it's Jason Miller. Can you make a note when you scan somebody?
Sure. Yeah. We have that technology.
Thanks for spending the time with me.
Absolutely. Thanks for on the phone. Jason Miller, you said? Okay. So another really neat thing that is new is this is Dibond mirror. And it's printed on vinyl, laminated to it, but it's a nice.
That is neat. Do you have a foil at all?
Foil? No.
Any kind of foil product? The mirror's nice.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Is there anything out there you're looking for that we don't currently?
No, but I'll take a picture of some things. How about that?
I'm Hannah Wells. I'm the Marketing Projects and Services Manager for 3A Composites.
So Hannah, this is the first turnout of our new booth. We used to have a different booth in the past prior to COVID. What was the goal with Chuck and yourself at marketing and bringing out a new booth for future trade shows?
Yeah, so we really wanted something that was going to be flexible and give us some versatility and options. And also in the post-pandemic trade show world, you know, we may see the trend of smaller, more regional shows to avoid long-distance traveling. And we think that what we've come up with will work well with that. So we went with an octanorm setup. It's just a metal framework and our panels slide into the frames. This allows us versatility. We can have different sizes and use our materials wherever possible. So that includes back walls, shelving, this counter, any signage we need to show off different uses of our materials.
So Hannah, how many different trade shows are we expected to do this year and maybe next year? Do we have a number?
So we just we're finishing up retailX this year. We've got Printing United in October, and then we've got a few, 3 to 4 planned for next year, but we're just playing it by ear at this point. So the octanorm setup also allows us for more customization and a personalized design based on the show we go to. So for example, this retailX, we knew we wanted something flashy and eye-catching, so we've got the Dibond mirror panels featured on the aisle. That gets people's attention as they walk by, and then a nice graphic printed onto clear vinyl and mounted to it to really show off what you can do with it. And then the back walls, you know, we've got got these bright, flashy, recognizable colors and this pattern. And then the sidewall, we've got conventional images printed and then mounted onto the wall, kind of give it more of a gallery feel. So it really allows us to make the booth feel different ways, give it different styles based on where we are and what we want to feature and showcase.
That's awesome. Thank you, Hannah. And now we're here with the little marketing part where we do the marketing of the booth before day 2 with Hannah, our marketing expert. Hello and welcome back to day 2 of retailX 2020-21 at Chicago's McCormick Place. Wanted to do a quick recap from day 1. Really interesting day. First thing I noticed is the traffic is a little bit lighter than usual. Everybody just coming back to trade shows, that's to be expected. Delta, whatever it might be. But some of the interesting things that I saw from today, even though the numbers were down, the quality of the people here were amazing. We counted almost right around 20 of our retailers friends that we're doing business with took the time out of their day to search out our booth and come by and say hello. So it was amazing to catch back up with them, see people in person, face to face that I haven't seen in person in a year and a half, since the outbreak happened. So it was really interesting to see that. On the other side, with what the retailers were doing, it was amazing how almost to a T, every retailer that came through was completely something we've talked about in previous webinars, completely reevaluating the physical spaces within their stores. I mean, all the way down to the smallest nook and cranny, they're reevaluating everything. They came to us asking for new ways, new products or any products that we have that can help them with this new process. So they're still searching and searching, trying to figure out how to meet their customer expectations in this new world of retail with the physical spaces. Ton of information requested on BOPUS and curbside. Fortunately, we have a whole suite of products that are perfect for that. But people still streamlining the BOPUS curbside method. One of the things, a statistic that's popped out is customer expectations. Customers now expect 85% of customers expect any retailer's curbside or BOPUS pickup system, buy online, pick up in store, curbside. 85% expect that process to be seamless and completely figured out at this point. Pre-pandemic or early pandemic, that was only about 15 to 20% expectation rate. So retailers are really diving in on that, making sure they've got that process streamlined. And then on a personal side, one of the interesting things is to find out as I'm talking to my old friends that I hadn't talked to, in a year and a half in person, getting a little more time than talking on video, finding out the movement within the retail industry. People that I thought were at one company have moved to another and others have replaced. Just a much larger movement of people within retail of where they've gone just because of the nature of the economic downturn. And then finally, a shameless plug for 3A Composites. But I want to just say how professional our team is. Completely blown away by it. 45 minutes to an hour before the doors open. Brook and Hannah, they're in the booth. They're wiping it down. There's not a fingerprint on the booth. Getting the samples out perfectly. That's truly professional people. Making sure that when that door opens, when the first person comes in the door, that the booth looks perfect. That's great. They stayed late. Not to be the old man get off my lawn thing, but nothing drives me more crazy than seeing people come in at right at the door opening and starting to put out their samples while the customers are walking around. So well done to our team. We have the best sales group in the business, the best customer service, best manufacturing in the business, and getting to see them doing their work here in the trade show yesterday was really a great thing to see. So we're going to go inside with this is the calm before the storm on day 2. Go inside, see what day 2 has. I'll give a recap when it's over, and then we'll talk to you again. So let's go inside for day 2. Thank you.
Okay, so this is Dispa. It's a product that had the most interest yesterday. Everybody was looking for a sustainable product. Dispa is our paper product. It's imported from Germany currently. It is clay coated so that when you print directly to it, the ink stays on top, doesn't become part of the paper, it stays on top so your graphic pops, okay? As opposed to if you were printing on some of the other products that are out there and it just sucks up the ink like newspaper, right? So this is a product that can be recycled through standard chains. The retailer is currently recycling cardboard. They can just, when they're done with this or they're moving or they're changing whatever, they need to get rid of this piece and move on to a next piece, they can just put this into their cardboard and recycle it along with their cardboard. Expanding on this, but just a second, is they also asked how it could be fabricated, right? And this is a piece that we did right when we were introducing it. Again, you can see the colors that are popping off of this with the clay coated face, but it's also routable and bendable. So you can see back here that it has been cut and routed after it was printed, and you can put this all together. There's a little adhesive strip on here. It makes for a great tabletop product, right? And again, whenever you're done with that special of the day, the week, the month, you can take this apart and you can recycle it through your standard cardboard chain. So this product is another one of our newer products that got a lot of attention yesterday, and that's Dibond Mirror, right? It's Dibond. It has a mirror face. It also has a mill back, right? And although this is actually printed on clear vinyl and then put over the top of it. You can print directly to it. It's a little tougher. We prefer this method over printing directly to it, and great response on this new product. Hi, this is Brook Morris from retailX again. Briefly want to talk to you about a product that you might not be familiar with. It's been a product in our line for a very long time, and that's a Lucabond. I would ask that you go to our website, lucabondusa.com, take a look at it. It's an ACM, it's an aluminum clad material. It's got a 20,000 skin aluminum on both sides of it. It's typically one-sided. It's got a color, whatever color. We stock tons of different colors, but it's colored on one side, mill on the back. This particular product is our Plus core. So it's got a great fire rating. It's a mineral-based core, great for interior design. Lots of people cladding walls, doing all kinds of different things. But the great thing about a Lucabond is that it comes in a lot of different colors, right? This is the current stock color chart, and then this is available as well, and it shows all the different colors that are available in Lucabond, and some very interesting colors, a lot of wood grains, a lot of natural type colors that are available on it. This product comes typically in a 62 by 196. It's very large. You can cover large spaces with it. You can fabricate it, you can route and bend it. And again, with this Plus core, it has a great fire rating, and you'll be able to use it in all kinds of retail spaces. Again, it's new. It's new to designers. Typically, it's usually used in an exterior architectural application. If you go to a Chevy dealership or whatever car dealership, cladded buildings are typically done in this type of product. So, but a lot of it's moving interior because there's so many colors available, and it's so versatile. So it's something that I would suggest you take a look at. Again, at lucabonusa.com. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Brook Morris back at retailX. And last but not least, I mean, we have a lot of different products, but I wanted to talk to you about Sentra specifically. Of course, we brought Sentra to market, I don't know, a couple of years ago, just kidding, a long time ago. And again, lots of changes with COVID. Our worlds are kind of changing. There's a lot of curbside, a lot of drop-off, a lot of instructional signage required, directional signage. A lot of that exterior signage is being done on Sentra because people still need to change it, and it's easy, quick to print, easy to change. It's a great exterior product for that short-term signage that's changing often, right? Again, Sentra, great printability, good exterior life, and great for your curbside directional signage.
And then here we are, we've reached the conclusion of retailX 2021, the end of a successful show. A little bit slow the last day, or the last part of the final day, but nonetheless a great show. Another great time out meeting our customers face to face again, which was a wonderful thing. And you can see people are starting to tear things down. We're waiting on the people to come tear down the booth, put it in a crate and send it home, and get ready for our next show. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next month. Thank you.
All right, we're back. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Probably a little bit too much there on the boot teardown as I'm watching it. And again, all right. I'm such a nerd for how things work that I probably put a little bit too much in, so I apologize on that. I just found it fascinating. But I'll just do a quick recap. You know, all in all, the show was great. Brooke, Hannah, and Erica. You only got to see a quick glimpse of Erica there. They did a fantastic job. And as Doug alluded to earlier, you know, it wasn't the quantity, but it was the quality. A ton of the actual absolute decision maker at major brands that everybody visits every day came by with really good questions, took time out of their day to come see our booth. So was really happy all in all with that. And then I'll let Doug put in any last second thoughts before we'll talk about next month. And a couple questions came in, email and text for me. I don't know if any came in the chat. I'll let Doug summarize a little bit here.
Yeah. Well, and you can all say that you knew Alan before he became a professional, famous director for movies. So that was our first attempt at this. So good job, Alan.
It
Awesome.
shows. The first attempt shows. Yeah.
So a couple of questions that have come through. Um, you talked about it. Brooke talked about it. Sintra for curbside pickup. How does that work? What kind of applications do you see for that?
Yeah, it's really interesting. As a matter of fact, yesterday morning, major big box brand, the architecture group brought me in on a call for them on specifically on Sintra for their botched curbside process that they currently have. They finally realized how badly broken it is after getting enough messages. So they brought us in because I had presented to the architectural firm before and how we were using Sintra. This is perfect. Sintra is perfect application for the outdoor use for curbside and BOPUS, which is taking over. Basically, it's when you go into Chick-fil-A and you pull into the parking space and it's got call 644-555-1212. When you're here, let us know you're in parking space 2. We'll bring your food out, or any of those where it's bolted or adhered up to a sign. You're finding that Sintra is the product of choice throughout all of retail or restaurant for that kind of curbside pickup. It's just perfect, even if it's curbside pickup this way kind of sign. So it's because it's super lightweight, super durable outdoor, and really holds up. So it's really become the product of choice throughout the industry. Thanks.
Awesome. And DISPA questions. Is DISPA a one-sided or two-sided product?
DISPA is a two-sided product. It's an amazing product. It's the best of the 100% recyclable products in its class. See if I have a piece near me. I don't have a piece near me. But basically, it's two-sided, 100% blue bin recyclable. When you're done with it, print's great. But it's the coolest thing about DISPA is it's got a proprietary core that's unlike anything else in the industry. So I work with retail designers and people that design interiors of stores, and they go nuts when they see our competition product hanging because you can see a skeleton show through there. And believe it or not, they see every seam, every nook and cranny, anything wrong in their store, they see it right away. The great thing about our DISPO with the core is there is no show through when it's hanging, even when there's light behind it. So it's by far the premium product in its class.
Great. 3A Composites products, where are they made?
In the good old USA.
Hey!
Kentucky and North Carolina. So the DISPA is manufactured in Europe. Sintra Foam Core, D-Bond here in the United States. As a matter of fact, I'll do a plug for next month right now because Doug and Anna, who's not on today, we just did a tour through our Kentucky plants. Coming next month, our webinar is going to be sustainable manufacturing commitment from 3A. So we'll go through that. So that's a good lead-in question to next month's webinar on sustainable manufacturing and processes that we use. And then Doug, I had one come in, custom sizes. Do we do custom sizes? Came in for you, I guess. I'll throw that to you.
Right. Yeah, we do a lot of custom size work. Foam core, which we didn't talk a lot about in this presentation, but Foam core do a lot of custom size work. Sintra, we do a lot of custom size work in those products. We also have saws, so we can do cutting on products like Gator foam and that type of thing too. But yeah, a lot of our products we can do custom size work.
Perfect. Anything last thing to add, Doug, before we close it up? We're up about at time.
Yeah, no, I think that was good. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go to the show, but it was great to see that some of these events are starting to come back. So looking forward to next year.
Yeah, I can't believe I actually missed being at a show, and it was great to be back. So something I never thought I'd say 2 years ago. Can't wait to go to a show again and stand on my feet all day. But it was great. So thanks to Doug. Thanks to the wizard Hannah behind the scenes. You got to see her today for the first time, so you know who's working all the magic behind the scenes. So thanks everybody, and we'll see you next month on 3A Composites Live Learning.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Thanks everyone.